Look, man, Saquon had an incredible season. 345 carries, carried the ball a ton. I think the Raiders said that Ashton Genty is going to be like this. Sadly mistaken. 2,005 yards, 13 touchdowns. And the one thing that's just ridiculous about all of this is that 5.8 yards a carry. Who's getting 5.8 yards a carry in the NFL? This is crazy, man. But people don't think he's the number one player. Now we're going to get into all the excuses that what people are going to say, right? 33 receptions, 278 receiving yards, and 2 more receiving touchdowns. I had this graphic all messed up, man. I apologize for me rushing through this. Feel like I got some typos in there. But anyways, Saquon's got the best offensive line in football. And I'm going to counter that for what people are going to say here pretty soon. It's not their fault that they're the number one. It's not their fault that they got Jeff Stoutland there, the best offensive line coach in the game. Jalen Hurts is as important to Saquon as Saquon is important to that offense. Look, I don't think Saquon gets the yards without the offensive line, but I think the rushing prowess of Jalen Hurts helps out any running back. It helps out any offense. I don't know why people are so low on Jalen Hurts. They just want to see the passing numbers. But why would you stop something that you're going to? And this is not a Jalen Hurts rant, ladies and gentlemen. This is just stating the facts. Jalen Hurts last year had more rushing touchdowns than Saquon. How many of y'all knew that? It's crazy, right? Jalen makes the run game dangerous, and the tush push just makes it even better for Saquon to go out there and be more valuable. Because on 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1, 4th and 1, you have no idea what they're gonna do. You have a good idea. 80% of your game plan is probably stopping the tush push against the Eagles. But what if they're not in 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1, 4th and 1 situations? They got a couple more yards. Outside carry to Saquon Barkley one-on-one. Who's stopping him? I need to know. And then one thing that we don't give, I'm a quarterback guy, man. One thing that we don't give NFL quarterbacks more credit for, and it's so funny the parallels that happen. Just go watch any of these other content creators or anybody talk football. The one thing that they always say is, why didn't he throw the check down? But then in the offseason, when we're arguing about, quarterbacks and who's good and who did what, he checks the ball down too much. I mean, I thought the name of the game was actually to win, regardless of how you got to get yardage. Y'all can go ahead and use that because it's crazy. That's what people say. But pro style offenses have a good check down, regardless if it's the tight end doing something shallow, stick concept, or you have Saquon running the rock, or catching balls out of the backfield, or in the screen game. Who's stopping that, brother? He's a great check down weapon. But the facts are he's number 8 all time as far as the top rushing seasons. He was only 2 yards away from Terrell Davis being at the number 6 position. And he was 21 yards from being tied with Derrick Henry at the number 5 position, where Derrick Henry proceeded to run for 2,027 yards in 2020. And he was about 40-something yards away from Barry Sanders being in the 4th position. So the 2,000 rushing yard mark is something that's legendary. Chris Johnson made his whole stick behind that. CJ2K, y'all remember that, right? Even guys like Sean Alexander couldn't meet the 2K mark. There's only been 9 running backs in the history of the game that have ever run for 2,000 yards. Y'all know the top guy, Eric Dickerson, Adrian Peterson, Jamal Lewis, Barry Sanders, Derrick Henry, Terrell Davis, Chris Johnson, Saquon Barkley, and O.J. Simpson. OJ was the first one to do it before Eric. He broke the record. And he broke it for 102 extra yards than what O.J. Simpson did. Earl Campbell got pretty close. Derrick Henry got close too. But what I'm saying here, in a long-winded way, is like we have to put respect on Saquon Barkley's name being number 8 all time. And did y'all see? Hold on, I want to see if I can actually pull up the picture. This man, Jameis Winston, in the video was filling out. Here we go. This man, Jameis Winston, was filling out his top 100. And ladies and gentlemen, look, at the number 8 position, he has Saquon Barkley. What are we doing, Jameis? I had to look at the video and just see what his list was. He had him at number 8. Brother. What are we doing? We've seen seasons like Lamar has had with his 5,000 yards and some odd touchdowns. We've seen the type of season that Josh has had. I still think if you're going to give an MVP award to somebody, it should have been Lamar last year. He was sensational. But with what Josh did with what he didn't have, even though I believe James Cook had 16 touchdowns. Same thing, I think Derek had 16 as well. Those two guys weren't surprising that they put up the seasons that they did. But here's one thing that a lot of people don't take into account, and I know that this top 100 voting happens all over the place in the offseason. Saquon Barkley had one of the most sensational postseason runs for a running back to add on to his incredible season, regular season. And if you put both of them together, it was the greatest running back performance that we've ever seen statistics-wise. It was the best running back season of all time. 91 carries, 499 yards, and 5 touchdowns. 13 receptions for 75 yards. He didn't fumble one time, and I think he only fumbled 3 times in the regular season. Now, the question that we have to ask ourselves here, and everybody knows the storylines get started and people really start talking about, these things, is can he be an all-time great? Can he stay healthy? Is he really that good, Dante? And we're going to go back to the first point about the good offensive line that he's played with. Why does Saquon do so well with probably regarded as, if not the worst offensive line that we've seen on those Giants team, one of the worst in the league? They were bottom top 25. They're at the bottom of the list every single year. So you prove that you can be great with a bad offensive line. You've proved that you can be exuberant with a good offensive line, that's what you want to see from a good running back. And he won a Super Bowl in his first year. And most importantly, he won a ring. And he didn't have the greatest Super Bowl game, but it was just the epitome that he could sit back and the rest of the team was able to step up to the plate. And he did contribute in that game as well. Derrick Henry kind of did the same thing, except he didn't win the ring, but he was on some really bad Titans teams. So those are 2 running backs that we can't really talk about. And we understand Derrick Henry's legacy. Incredible. So, I think all the talks about Saquon, he shouldn't have been number 1. You guys are crazy.